All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So in this one, I wanted to ask the question, why do you think Deebo Samuel actually wants to be traded here? Okay, because, I mean, last year, in the middle of the season, everything, even at the end of the season, everything felt fine, right? Deebo's role in the offense, it felt like he was going to be there for a long time. He didn't seem unhappy with the organization or the coaching staff or the other players whatsoever. Okay, so something must have happened this offseason, specifically in the last week or two, that made Deebo want to leave. Now, there's been a ton of different theories out there, like the usage rate. And by the way, these reports are coming from some pretty big name guys in the industry, right? Adam Schefter of ESPN, Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. So I do believe there are some grains of truth here. They're not just randomly tweeting out, like they're tweeting what they're hearing. But I mean, Rappaport reported that Deebo might not want to take the overall beating that comes with being a wide receiver and a running back, right? That hybrid wide back position. Adam Schefter reported that maybe it's living in California. He wants to be closer to home. We've heard theories about maybe it's the fans, right? Because we all know Deebo Samuel received death threats after this stuff kind of surfaced maybe a week ago here. So the theories are all over the place. But I think for me, if I had to make an educated guess, this is what I think is happening. I think Deebo looked at this past season and said, you know what? I don't think anybody in the NFL could do what I do. I ripped apart the NFL. I put up elite numbers, okay, stuff that this is unheard of stuff here. The wide back position, I was the vocal point of the offense. I provided versatility. I moved over to the running back position midway through the year, right? I believe it was post Arizona Cardinals. He was doing so many different things at 25 years old. Listen to these numbers here. Over 1,400 receiving yards, 6 receiving touchdowns, 77 catches. Doesn't stop there. 59 rushing attempts, 365 rushing yards with 8 rushing touchdowns. And I think Deebo Samuel is looking at the production and again the versatility and really how big of a role he had within that Niners offense, because we all know the Niners offense, it's scheme based. It's Kyle Shanahan. They have the great staff, and I'm not discrediting other great players on the offense like George Kittle and whatnot, but we all know Deebo Samuel. I mean, he really did a ton for that offense last year. I think he's looking at everything and saying, you know what, I deserve to be paid. And I think the 49ers are looking at Deebo saying, you know what, we love you. We want to keep you in-house. We know how important you are to the offense as the wide back position. But at the same time, being a wide back comes with a lot of volume. It comes with a high usage rate. You're going to be touching the football a lot. Thus, you're going to be tackled a lot. Your body is going to take a beating. So your overall value from a contract perspective might be a little lower. Just as fans of football here, we all know the career arc of running backs. So I understand how the 49ers could be looking at the situation like that. And then all of a sudden, if Deebo's like, okay, well, I'll just drop the wide back position. I want to be paid like a number 1 wide receiver, like Tyreek Hill, like Devontae Adams, like Christian Kirk, okay? And then from the 49ers perspective, it's like, okay, you want to be wide receiver? That's awesome. You're still going to be a great player in this league, but now we're going to be paying you more for a lesser role within the offense. And I think that's where the line is drawn. Bottom line is this. I think Deebo Samuel might be looking at all these different attributes, wide back, versatility, the amount of times that he touches the football as positives within contract negotiations, where I feel like the organization, the higher-ups, if you will, the executives, are looking at that almost as a negative. Okay, now, is this true? I have no idea. This is just kind of what I was thinking about, past couple days, what could have went wrong, because this was never a problem in the middle of the season. I felt like if Deebo Samuel truly didn't want to live in California, we would have heard about it, right when the regular season ended, during the season, previous 2 seasons, at some point within the last 3 years. But hey, I mean, who knows? I wish I knew Deebo Samuel personally. I think that would be awesome, but I don't. Maybe that is the case. I don't know what the actual issue here is, but it seemed like everything was great relationship-wise between the San Francisco 49ers, the front office, the coaching staff, and Deebo Samuel pretty much all season. until a couple weeks ago where, bam, it felt like within a blink of an eye, Deebo Samuel requests a trade and he wants out when he's one of the premier up-and-coming players in this league. Again, he was 25 years old last year. The guy can play. And the 49ers are in a great position. They aren't a team that's winning 2-3 games a year and he's sick and tired of losing or anything like that. No, the 49ers could make they're like a playoff contender every year. That's how good they are. So it's shocking to see Deebo might want out. I think there's something something had to happen with the long-term vision of the 49ers and Deebo Samuel within the offense regarding to annual pay. That's just my take on it, and I would love to hear yours down below in the comment section. As far as where Deebo Samuel could end up, I think really the first question here, could Deebo Samuel remain a 49er? I definitely think that's a possibility. I don't want to say it's impossible or rule it out, but I think right now with the amount of teams out there that desperately need wide receivers, Green Bay, Philadelphia, New England, Houston, Kansas City, the New York Jets, there's a lot of teams out there. Okay, like there's a lot of teams that could use Deebo Samuel's services. There could be a bidding war here. I don't know if San Fran is picking up the phone and they're actively shopping him. I still believe that the 49ers would like to keep Deebo Samuel in-house, but we got a week before the NFL draft. Or sorry, the draft is Thursday, today's Friday, so less than a week before the start of the NFL draft. Will he be moved within the next 6 days here? I don't know. I'm going to be watching the storyline like a hawk. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I can't wait to see how it all plays out and unfolds. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.